First guest of the night. Good evening. How are you doing tonight? You have to unmute.
I'm good.
Okay, just ask.
I was trying to join on my computer while I was waiting. At first, it wasn't getting me in.
I got you.
Okay.
I'm still working things on this.
Am I in again? Oh, gosh.
On Zoom, on YouTube. Hold on. Tell me I got the wrong one. Yes, I do. Hold on.
Now, ADT professionally installs Google Nest products. With the most trusted name in home security adds the intelligence.
You got your TV in the background.
Okay, let me turn it down. But I'm also trying to get in on my computer so I don't have to be on my phone. But it's saying we've not let you in. I was gonna do that instead of my phone.
Well,
but I just wanted to see.
Just drop off and get back on your phone. Get back on your computer.
Okay.
Okay, we're live on YouTube. What is going on? Hold on, give me a second. Give me another second. Looking for my headphones. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. For some reason, I misplaced one of my headphones. It's been one of those days. Back again. Just trying to make this thing work. Okay. I really don't have anything super planned tonight. My first one. How are you doing this evening? First of all, can you hear me?
Well, I guess you're winging it. It can be like a first test one type of thing because it is that you need to plan. I don't know, but some it can be freewheeling for your first one.
Yeah, you're right. I need to be,
But
but got what I got. So, oh crap, it's gotta be smarter than the equipment.
the voice, the equipment, something's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Um, give me a second.
Sure. These cameras pick up everything.
Yes, yes, they do. But I'm live on YouTube.
Well, let's fix that girl.
Like I said, I'm still trying to make this thing work. I'll get it there one day. I may not get there with you, but one day it's gonna happen, and we're gonna make it work.
Okay.
Sometimes you just
Well,
gotta.
you went to Chick-fil-A?
No, I did. Yes, I did, but I got Daniel something.
So you figured you'd get you a drink on the way.
It was actually his drink.
Well, I cooked and I gave some to Janice.
Okay, that's good.
Man, I'm about to see that. Realized our food friend tomorrow is over there.
That sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a winner.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm gonna try one more thing. Give me a second.
This is good. This could just be a way of having regular conversation with you, like when I'm on the phone. But just since you don't have anything planned, I was like working on my birthday trip, sort of.
So let's talk about your birthday trip. Where you plan on going?
I'm planning on going to St. Lucia. The hardest part is I think I've decided I'm not really a trip planner because I think it sounds good in my head, but implementing it. So I think from now on, I will I mean, I'll still plan trips, but I don't necessarily carry the way those people go. So either way, yeah, it's good. All is well. I feel like it's cool. I would love to have more of my friends and fam come along, but I know how it is. It's hard to count people's pockets.
Yes, but I'm sure you've done your due diligence and let them know about a year in advance.
Yeah, but even with that, yeah, I did. So it is what it is, but all in all, I still think it'll be fun. It's always fun for me to be away.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I'm going to show you a video I made, and you
Okay, let me
get to
see.
rate it. Hold on, you get to rate it from 1 to 10. For my
Okay.
is for my guys in blue. Phi Beta Sigma 30 Incorporated. Hold on, let me hear this. Wait a second.
This is good practice for you to get your like sharing on point and all your. How many speeds do you have? One or two?
Two.
Okay.
Let's see. Wait a second. Smarter than equipment. Okay, it's the world premiere. My first video.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
No. So make sure you're sharing audio. Yeah, I still don't hear it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Try this again.
Mhm.
But you did see it though, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning. So that was my world premiere.
That was good. So critique it in terms of, I mean, the music was good. I felt like the visuals were good. Um, is there a length of time that you were looking at to make it?
No, I just did that. I just did that during one of my meetings today. So
Oh, okay.
it was just something I put together for some of the Sigma guys I know. You know, they showed me love, I showed them love.
Okay. Well, that's
So there'll be 3 more next week. 13th, the
oh,
15th, 16th. I like shout out my divine guys.
yes, I do. I definitely know that.
But with I was hoping that Miss Haney would be on tonight.
I did not even send it to Miss Amy. I did send it to Latanya and Dee, but I sent it to them like just now when you sent it to me.
All right.
So I will see,
That'll definitely work.
but I will definitely give them more advance notice. Katie was asleep because you know what's funny? No, I know she was asleep. I was talking to her, and then in the midst of our conversation, she like stopped. So I know she fell asleep on me. I said, yeah, like on a she's an early bird. I need to practice. This is good because this is before I have my new 10 o'clock bedtime that I'm trying to implement.
Good
So
luck
we will
with that.
see if I go upstairs. I don't know if it's gonna work tonight. I got the kitchen table a mess with paperwork because I was like organizing and trying to find stuff.
Good luck with that. Hey, we
I
all got
know.
our things. We all got our things. I just want to ask you a question. I'm going to ask this on Thursday.
during upscale up for you, but since you can be kind of my guinea pig. My question for that week, for Thursday night is
All right.
what's more important, intimacy or intercourse in a relationship? I say again, intimacy or intercourse in a relationship.
Ouch. That's an interesting question. And I just feel like probably as a more mature but immature woman, I'm gonna probably say probably intercourse, which sounds so, I don't know, probably like not the most politically correct, mature thing to say, but I feel that way. But I'm thinking, I think they're both probably equally important, but I feel like it just depends on the stage you're at in your maturity, because I won't say age or development as to what is more important. So this is an interesting question, and I'm
So when you were younger, um, and had your, still sowing your wild oats, what was more important? If a guy said, "Hey, I want to get up with you and do a couple of things to you," how did you want intimacy? You wanted to be held, or did you wanted somebody to be a line backbreaker?
I think I don't know if I ever went through that phase that you're discussing. That's the problem. I feel like I don't know, maybe I just didn't necessarily get approached in that way. So, and I feel like maybe at that age, probably more intimacy because of how you're raised to kind of like, be the, I don't know what that is, but more virtuous type of girl. And, so I think then you don't want someone to just like worry about intercourse. I feel like that's more when you kind of get older and you're more comfortable with your sexuality that you can probably say that you're probably feeling free or comfortable enough to speak the truth. Whereas I feel like when you're younger, you might want more of the intimacy per se. Well, as a younger female, I feel like maybe for males, it's probably different.
Yeah, that's true.
And being raised how I was raised.
That definitely that definitely you know that definitely could be the issue. Is that when
Yes.
your hormones are hot and ready, it doesn't really matter. But as you get older and you want to figure out, I said, um, you then want it to be a better person, and you just want to give the person a better experience. You might say, okay, let's go down to let's go down to make this let's cuddle, let's hug, let's spoon, let's get close to each other, but we don't have to do we don't have to actually have to do the intimacy. And then it also depends on the stage of your relationship, in my opinion. If you had hot and heavy at first, and you plan on being a
Yeah.
life partner to that person, after a while, unless you start spicing it up, um, a lot of times you're just gonna be you'll be okay, but you'll be like, man, does this person only want something? What do they want? What do they need? What
That's
do they
true
desire?
too.
But
That is true too.
you know, that's so we have another person on. Just I'll ask her when she comes on.
Mhm.
But yeah, and okay, you have children. So what would you tell your children about what's more important to maintain a healthy relationship?
Oh man. I think that's question is for someone who's been able to do it. So sometimes I don't necessarily think of myself as uh, the best one to respond to those type of inquiries or questions, because so I don't know. That I would honestly say I'm struggling with that because to be honest, I'm not sure. So, and sometimes when you think to yourself, if it hasn't worked out well per se for you, do you want to necessarily give advice on that type of stuff? That's how I feel.
Yeah,
So
I
I
mean,
don't know.
it doesn't have to be the best advice, but it's better than no advice.
So what would I tell them about what? Say it again.
Saying sometimes you have to just say what you feel, and hopefully they understand that and take that.
I mean, I feel like one of those things is I feel like prioritize yourself is something I tell people. Because I feel like sometimes as women, you're like worried about pleasing everyone else.
That's a yeah, no, I can definitely understand that. I can definitely understand
Right.
that, but a lot of times you have to look at a lot of times we're selfish and sometimes we're selfless. Um, which
True.
one which one should you be? Should you be selfish and only go for yours, or should you be selfless?
No, I think it's a combination. I definitely think it's a combination. You have
Okay,
to work to make sure everyone's mutually getting what they need.
and that's a balancing act. Definitely
Yes,
a balancing act, and that's
but that's life.
yeah, yeah. Life happens like that. Miss Latanya, how you doing? Come off mute, please. Latanya, Miss Antunes.
Actually, you said it
Here,
right the first time.
okay. Hey, you know, I'm trying to be okay with that. The
She might-
the question tonight, Latanya, if you can hear, um, what's more important,
She
or
said she
how?
can't unmute herself.
Hold on, I go through that all the time. Let me see if I can unmute you.
You know why she might not can't see the button. Sometimes I go through that.
Okay, yeah,
I
I
feel
can
like
only
if
ask.
you go to part if you go to participants, you should be able to do that.
Trust me, I can only mute and ask to unmute. Trust me, I was trying to do
Well,
that. I'll get it right one day.
yeah, don't worry.
I will get it right one day. But those are the kind of questions that's gonna be my question for Thursday. Um, it's going to be pretty interesting hearing the answers.
Oh, she's
You got to
saying
pay
saying
your
unable to.
cable bill. You got to pay your cable bill. I don't know that. Hey, that sound like a you issue. I don't know.
That
But
is not.
okay, if you can hear me, you can't. You obviously can hear me, right?
Yeah, she's responding in the chat.
Okay. The question is, what's more important, intimacy or intercourse with your significant other?
Why'd you have to leave that caveat? No.
Well, if you out there in the streets, you out there in the streets. I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna change anything. You know, it is what it is. Oh, there she go. Hey there, young lady. Still can't hear you, but you can type it in the box.
I know.
Intimacy and why intimacy?
Oh, she put the answer. Oh, see, I can't even see the chat. I was like, how did
You gotta go to view
you see? She's
and
like, I
on
want to
your,
talk. I don't have time to talk.
on your computer, um, go to
Oh, I
go
see
to.
it now. I see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are you on your computer or are you on your phone, Latanya?
Phone.
Because I
You
can.
know where it,
Okay. Oh, you're on your
wait,
phone.
I
My
know
bad.
where it is on your phone. You got to touch your screen sometimes, hover, and you'll see the little microphone. Oh, oh, she sees it, but it just says unable. That means, I wonder why it's saying unable. Oh, yeah, it's saying unable. Oh, maybe it's something with the
Okay.
settings.
I'm gonna put you in the waiting. I'm gonna put you in the waiting room. See if you can or drop off. Here's recommendation. Drop off. Come back in and wait before you go and put in microphone, and it should put in for sound, and you should be able to get in. Okay. I'm not a good lip reader. I can't even read those type of lips either. So y'all be trying to make a man a mind reader. We can't read no minds. But yeah, that's it. What are your plans for the summer?
I mean, I plan on chillaxing. That's why I need to get my bill life together, so I don't have to work as much. But in between my going to Bali, which I was looking up my thing, and then doing a Canada weekend. I don't know, visiting family, friends, enjoying the
What
warmth of
part
the
of Canada?
sun. Huh?
Saying what part of Canada did you look at visiting? Toronto,
Toronto,
Ottawa,
Toronto, Mississauga.
Montreal. Okay.
Yeah, no, we're not going on. Toronto, Mississauga. Yeah, that's it.
Hamilton. I got a
Maybe
nephew.
Hamilton, yeah, because it's
I
on.
got a nephew. I got a nephew in
And then
Hamilton.
Teresa lives in, where does she live? Drigby, Kirby? I should know. Oh Lord, I should know.
So tell me about yourself, Miss Andreen, for my audience. Um, where were you
I'm
born?
super fun and friendly and like to smile.
Yes, I see that. Where were you
Yeah,
born?
and pretty much happy.
You seem like the typical black woman. What state was you born in?
I wasn't born in any state here. I was born
Okay.
in Jamaica, Kingston, in my
Ja-
mother's house.
Jamaica.
I was, yes, I was the baby she was afraid to go to the hospital to have.
Why is that?
Because her first baby, I think I didn't know him, of course. They like, I don't know if they like during the childbirth, it seemed like it was some type of trauma. So he was like he had cerebral palsy and he didn't survive very long.
Mm.
Maybe it was a little bit long, maybe like a year or so, but I mean I never got to meet him. I came
How
along
how
after.
how? I mean, how much would have been the distance of your older brother?
There you go asking questions I'm not sure. I'm saying maybe 2 or 3 years, but I don't know for sure. I feel like I've seen pictures of him. He looked like he was long and tall. Because I felt like they had one somewhere back in our house in Jamaica.
Uh, but yeah, I see you have a lovely smile, and I like your hair,
Thanks.
and
My
the stylish
students like my hair
clothes,
today too.
and the stylish
And
clothes
this,
you wear. You know, if there's something I can do to
I know I
change
was gonna see if I could do this podcast while I was working out. But I
your
see I got
back,
to participate. I can't be on the treadmill.
she
It
can
says
hear
the
me. She
audio
can,
is
she
connected.
can see
Ooh,
me.
the audio might come on. We are definitely like the testers here.
Definitely. It still won't
Oh,
do
it
it.
said audio is connected. Use
Says
Wi-Fi. You know, it asks you on your phone if you should use Wi-Fi when you're coming in.
she
Oh,
is
you
using
put that?
Wi-Fi. That's why I told her
Oh,
behind to pay the bill. See, if you'd have paid the bill,
that's not what it is. That's not it.
She's like, I pay my bill. I ain't need no man to pay my bill because I pay my own bill. My bills pay the bills. But your stuff don't work, so
Okay. I'm sitting up on here. That's what I was doing now. Steady like pretending to
so
not pretending. I'm looking at my bills. Okay.
okay, then Miss Latanya, I'm gonna ask you to type something now. Okay. At what age did intimacy pass intercourse in your age? And when you said that having, because we all go back and forth, we vacillate on which one is more important. But in your time, what was more intimate when did intimacy pass intercourse? She's typing. For me,
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you for me, it was about 36, 37, because I still wanted to, nail everything in sight, but that's not the way to live. So when I was younger, I didn't want foreplay was what more than just a number of higher than three play. So I was just trying like I was like a squirrel just trying to get a nut. But as I got older, I realized there's a lot better things to do with your time than to be thrusting up and down and side to side, hanging off of chandeliers and ceilings. I'm too old for that now. But
Never, never hanging.
laying next to someone and just their enjoying their essence. That's what's up. That's what's up. Except when they try to put cold hands on your body. I don't like that. Not one bit. You know what I mean, Miss Dream?
No, I have no idea what you're speaking of at all.
Okay. All right then. I'll leave that
I'm
one
like,
alone. I'll leave that one
yeah.
alone. But as far as, things like that, yeah, yeah, I know. I know it's not fun, but some people get a sick perverted twist off of it. I ain't gonna mention no names, Latanya. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, audience. I'm joking. But anyway, yeah, I know the national championship was last night, Washington and Michigan, and Washington got their hands handed to them, their heads handed to them.
Was that football?
Yeah, college football playoff. You know what I was
Okay.
doing last night while it was on?
Sleeping?
Yes, I was, because
Because
I go to bed early. 10 a.m. is a new 3 a.m. in my opinion.
You mean 10 a.m. or 10 p.m.?
10 p.m., 10 a.m. I'll sleep at 10 a.m. also.
I wish I could sleep at 10 a.m., but I'm trying to make 10 p.m. my bedtime. That's my goal. Or at least be up in the bed space. Actually laying in there.
But no, I got you. But it's one of those things that you have to look at and be like, I gotta purpose myself. No drinking caffeine after a certain time. No sugary food after a certain time. See, a brother like me get that reflux going. If I eat too late, so I try not to eat too late because I don't need to be sitting up like it's bad enough I'm doing that already. But tell me, what would be a great day for Miss Andrine? Meaning, like Ice Cube said he had a good day. Like Ice Cube had a good day. What would be a great day for Andrine?
I mean, vacation, chilling, having everything I want to eat and relaxing on a beach. I don't know. Great days are days, most days are great days. I would be lying if I said they weren't. They're fine. I cannot complain. And I don't complain because
Hey,
All
if
is
you
pretty
complain,
much
ain't
well.
nobody ain't gonna care anyway.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, yeah, I don't necessarily have most of my days, to be honest, which is a good thing. I would say are great days. I mean, they are what they are. They could be better. Great days, maybe when I don't have to go to work. If I could just, be kind of
Well,
taken care of. But then again, I'd probably get bored. I need to find something to do, but I don't know what that would be. So that's why it's hard to define.
so what is your passion?
I don't know. I never know what that is. So I think that's so interesting, and I'm happy for people that know what their passion is, but I don't know necessarily what that entails yet. I still feel like I be telling my students, I'm grown, but I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So you're just doing something in the midst of trying to figure it out. And maybe I'll never figure it out. Maybe whatever I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be. So that's why I don't worry
And
about
and,
it.
and what I realize is that very few people get to do what they love. And
Mm,
I mean, but in order to do a job, in order to be long at it, you get to a point where you tolerate the job. Now
right.
there aren't jobs that are around that you can just walk into and make tons of money, and that not everybody at your job is for you. So you have to take that into consideration. A lot of times we look at each other and we're like, there's some coworkers you be like, I ain't got nothing but love for you. Some
Right.
other ones you like, when they gonna retire or they need to go. And they just rub you the wrong way. Now I'm in my army career, I did about 31 years in the army. And there were plenty of times when I was younger and I was enlisted and then became an officer. When I was younger, listening was not one of my skills. I thought I knew everything. I was a 19-year-old smart behind. I thought I knew everything, and I used to get humbled a lot. So then I figured I didn't want to be bossed around no more, so I went to become an officer. So I went to college, Benedict College, Columbia, South Carolina, where I pledged. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. So nice they named us twice. We just had our Founders Day on the 5th of January.
Yes,
Today,
you did.
today January 9th, for the Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. My brothers in blue, they do what they do. But anyway, so when I went back in, I was married with a child, with a barely 1-year-old child when I went back in as an officer. It was challenging because we was broke, and I'm not talking about didn't have money. We was broke. Like we were fancy broke. We were okay. So, but we managed to make it because the good thing about being broke is that you learn how to prioritize. The bad thing is about being broke is that we don't teach our children about money management, and they run out and they're spending money like they saw you spend money, even though they didn't know the story behind why you spent money the way you did. And finance, especially in our community, the melanated community, we do not point kids in the direction of wanting making sure that they're not in the same position that we are. And we just, we said, well, they'll figure it out on their own. I figured stuff out on my own, and it wasn't easy. I had bad credit for like almost 20 years. So I bought my first house in 2004. I was, I mean, I really didn't know how to save. You know, I learned, I spent a little bit, but I was buying things that I wanted and would almost resort to begging for what I needed. We all got, we all have family members that do that. You just hate for them to come around because they coming out with their hand out. They hand out, and then when you give them the money, you got to chase them down like they owe you child support. So it's one of those things. So I learned, I had to learn the hard way. Not to say no, but to ask the right question. Some people just want you to talk. Some people just want you to listen to them. Sometimes you really don't want to be hearing those stories. So it's a balancing act. Um, I've learned to be a decent listener. I'm not a great listener. I do listen though. I do listen. I'm not, but it's a skill. One story I had, I was a lieutenant in the army in Germany, and we were having a meeting with all the leadership, and our battery, we had in field artillery and air defense artillery, they're called batteries, not companies. Our battery commander was talking to transition to the next higher guy was a battalion commander. And he wanted us to stand up in the table, slap the table, and say loyalty, and then spout off something. So he's going around the room asking everybody how that was. And you know what my dumb behind did?
What?
Guess what, Miss Latanya? Guess what I did? I kept it. You right. I kept it 100. That was stupid. That was stupid. I thought he wanted to know my opinion. One of the things that I needed to work on was to not go off the edge, and I was always going to be honest. I was always going to try to be truthful, but you don't have to be brutal with shouldn't sugarcoat anything, but you have to know who you're talking to and how much of direct, straight, no chase the truth you can take. Because some people you can tell the truth to and they're like, yeah, I understand. Some people automatically go into defense mode and then they mad at you for something that they did. So it's important to understand not everything you have inside you needs to come out at that particular time, because it may be detrimental to your health, your career, your life. So that was one of my crazy army stories, and me not having any tact. I'm a lot more diplomatic now than I was 33 years ago. But you live, you learn. You either fly or you burn. But those are the things that kind of what I want to talk about. I've been on about a little bit under an hour. I just wanted to get this thing on the road and making sure I'm working out the bugs. And I want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all coming on my show. And next week, if you have friends, invite your friends. They don't have to come on Zoom. They can go on YouTube and Facebook. I got them everywhere. So I'm gonna close this out tonight, and I want to thank each and both of you. And if you're out there in TV land, 8:30 every Tuesday, come for some levity, come for the brevity. I say what I mean what I say. I'm A-OK and I don't play. I can rhyme because I do it all the time. This is Dr. Feelgood. Never make love by the garden gate. So love is blind, the neighbor's ain't. Till next week, people. Peace out.